I'd like to engage you in one or two, maybe to share with you so that we can reach to a point which I think will be very important for this conversation.
Thanks.
Now, maybe to ask you, whom do you think between Donald Trump and the Democratic candidate Kamala Harris, who do you think will win the vote, the November vote?
You see, what normally happens in this election, like right now, United States is on sixth generation. Us, we are nearly now approaching fifth generation, and that means if you compare Kenya and maybe United States is almost reaching the menopause. Kenya starts now how many years old since we actually get our independence? Kenya right now is how many years old? We got independence in 1963. 63 up to date. 63 minus 100, that is 30, 37. 37 plus 23, about 50.
58?
50 something. So you will not say that someone can go and actually influence that. They're actually influencing it on their own. However, who will win will now depend on their ideologies. The ideology that you sell to people. And then if you can actually actualize the ideologies that you have already tabled for the citizen, then you'll actually project yourself to the level that you want to do. But if you actually project in this ideology, but when it comes to execution, is zero, like our Excellency the President, what actually happened, you remember what actually happened. That is where we shall be ending. And if you go to German, whatever happened to Kenya also happened to sometimes back. You see that guy, when he was vying for president, he promised so many things. Then he failed to implement. And what happened? The citizen went to the street to demonstrate their right. Remember, demonstration is your bill of right. And there's no one who can actually take it from you. And he was actually waved away. And leave away German again, there's also another country. So all these have not checked their ideologies and how also they relate with the citizen. Really very important. Know what to say at that particular moment. If you ever look at these politicians, they have good things, but they normally weigh what to say at a certain period of time. They can't just wake up in the morning and say, this is what I'm going to say this particular period of time. Because if you are going to sell your ideologies in Kibera, and after Kibera you are going maybe to Westlands, whatever you are going to say in Kibera might not be the same with what you are going to say to Westlands. Because this is two geographical areas, and they have different caliber. Are you getting? So what people in Kibera would like to see is maybe electricity and water. But if you go to Westlands, you'll find that maybe that electricity and water is no longer something, it's something of the past. It's something that has already been implemented. So that will depend on the ideology. Right now, I can't say who will win. But as per what happened to Trump, you saw that guy really shot him. And that's what actually made even I don't know whether he will be Billy. Right now, he has stepped down because of that. Number two, Billy stepped down because the speech that he actually gave when they were debating the Trump, he failed. And that's what actually forced him to step down. So there are so many fundamental ingredients that you're supposed to put in table before you say this is the person who's going to win. But as per what I'm seeing right now, Trump is in a better position because he has also gained the vote of sympathy regarding what actually happened to him the other day. Yes.
Yeah, maybe back when we come back to our homeland, our country, Kenya. The constitution is very clear. The constitution says that sovereignty
Belongs to people.
belongs to people. Maybe to ask, do you think it is easier to recall an MP if maybe there's a misconduct or there's an abuse of office or there's not something wrong that the MP, the legislature has done? Do you think it's a process that's easier?
It is very easy. It's an easy process. Remember, in a constitution, there's no one who's above the constitution. And all these public leaders, they are being guided by the constitution. So whatever they are doing, they're supposed to actually reflect what is being constituted in our constitution, because we ask the taxpayer who actually facilitated this to be where it is right now. Number two, if you go to under Constitution, under Article 75, what does it say about someone who is holding public office? Someone who is holding public office, you're supposed to conduct yourself well, whether you are in private, whether you are at home, you're not at work, whether in the office, you're supposed to actually to stick to that under Article 75 of the Constitution. If you go to Cap 63 and under also Article 100, Article 101, 102, violation of the office right now. If you violate the violation of the office, you have to be taken through due process, because the power belongs to the people. You see, these people who elected you, you are just going there to represent them, because actually we can't go in anywhere as the all constituents. Now we are going to represent ourselves. That's why we elected the MP to represent us. However, if the MP doesn't actually implement those things that he actually promised us, or he has violated the office, if he has violated the office, you have the law will be followed. But also, those people who are elected can also come out and demonstrate. And even if the MP has been found guilty, he will go home. He has to step down. There's no one who's above the Constitution. The Constitution, in the eye of the Constitution, is the only problem.
Yeah. In the last 3 months, from June, there was some sort of instability in the country. The Gen Z movement and revolution, as they may call it, was the stake was very high, according to what they were fighting for. Do you think the fight is still on?
The fight is still on. It is only that right now the temperature is a little bit very low. But if you have a look, you see at a time during the demonstration, when you ask most of those Gen Zs what's actually pushing them, who's facilitating them, what was actually facilitating them are few things. These small things at the time government will ignore. They add value to the Gen Zs. Number one thing that was actually facilitating lack of jobs. Yet you have been promised this job. You have gone to school. Your parents have actually sacrificed as part of this their valued resources to take you to school. Then you'll find out now when you're going to maybe university, the government will give you this help. This help, you return to them once you secure a job, but there's no this job.
Once you secure the job or before?
Once you secure the job, you'll start deducted for this help. Then, instead, I think also the government should also narrow this. Because at a time, our parents used to struggle a lot, punching a lot of resources to his or his children. Then, after securing a job, they normally do not parents, but help they keep on paying. Why can government also come with we implement part of it? When they are also paying help, there's a certain percentage of their salary they're supposed to ventilate to their parents automatically. Number two, what was actually pushing or facilitating these agencies is that the tax. You see, when I'm working, the dependency ratio is very high. There are things that my parents used to give me, but after increasing tax deductions, I can now access them. These things that I used to access before. And that's what actually now pushing the agency now to go there on the street. Number two, if you're a president and you are promised that after each and every month you'll be taking 1,000 citizens to go and work in Germany. Now, have a look. President has been there for that seat for how many years since he actually secured that position? It's more than 2 years. That means if per month is 1,000 and 1 month has 3, 1 year's got 12 months.
Yes.
So 12 times 2 is 24. 24 times 1,000 It's 24,000. Where are these people? Where are they working? Those are the things that are actually pushing the agencies to go and demonstrate the street.
Maybe to intervene a little bit. There's an issue that brought a lot of heat in the country. The issue about higher education loan board. Do you think the model is fair? The funding model?
The funding model might be fair or not. But remember, the source, the river, sparse, can't flow high than its source. What's actually bringing all these things, and this is what actually is facilitating the agencies to go to the street, is corruption.
Yes.
During the time of Uhuru Kenyatta, through corruption, we used to lose like 3 million daily. But right now, how much do you think we are losing through corruption? Because you'll find, even right now, if you go and check the token, you might find the cost of token is very high. And normally we think it's because KPLC is adding us these taxes. No, what's actually happened, those loopholes, those people are tripping the power, and they have their target, they have to achieve this target. What are they supposed to do? Those people are actually using electricity, but they're not paying. What are they supposed to do? They have to increase the tax so that to fit their target. The same to water. If you go to water, go to Kibera right now, you'll find there's so many loopholes. Mtu ametoboa pipe, now they are using it for free.
Let me ask, if today you are the president, how will you fight corruption?
Corruption, charity begins at home. I won't say the charity will begin up there. It has to start with you. As I fight it up there, what are we doing on the ground? You see, if you have, you
start with the big fish, or you start with the...
I start with the small people.
Oh.
At its goals. You can't start from up down.
So it's
you have
down,
to go
up.
down, up. It has to start with you. What are you doing? Even from the family, you have to be responsible. If you find that one of your child is becoming responsible, it's corrupt, you have to sit with him down. You have to take him through the process as a father. Remember, you're the head of the house. Are you getting? So if you write to yourself that you want to start with Ruto, yet you down here, what are you doing?
Yes.
Are you doing something substantial? Something can actually add value to the common mwananchi. Once you start it from somewhere here, it will grow to 12. And that's why at a time, I think this bottom up, the president actually came up with, it should be corruption up. Yeah, corruption up, not bottom up. Corruption up. You start from there, then you grow it to a certain equilibrium. Once it's past equilibrium, now you start going for those politicians. Because even if, have you ever traveled? Yeah. Have you noticed traffic police, what they are doing in the road? They are taking a lot of cash. But if you take them to court, what will they say? They'll ask you a simple question. Have you ever seen a policeman, a police to a police, giving his colleague money? But have you ever seen a police giving us common mwananchi money? But have you ever seen a common mwananchi, a civilian, giving a police money? Yes. So if you give me, will I refuse? Who will refuse to take money? If I give right now money, will you refuse to take it?
No.
So that's where we should start corruption. It will start from down. From your house, your family, your clan, your mlango, your chief. And even let me tell you this, chiefs are very corrupt, if you don't know.
Who?
Chiefs.
Yeah.
They are very corrupt. Very corrupt people. But you want to know, if, for example, you are selling a portion of your land, chief will come. And they will even request you to give a certain amount. The buyer and the seller, they have to give a certain amount of cash. And if you go under a Chief Act, Chapter 128, what does it say? If chiefs are being found actually executing that is soliciting money from the common mwananchi, which is not allowed. You're supposed to do this job. But this is something that had been there. Chief should not be forcing you because you are selling your land at lazima umpatie pesa. No, it should come out willingly. Willingly. And let me tell you what that Chief Act is very, 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 very important. And it talks about so many fundamental ingredients that I think right now this younger generation should actually familiarize themselves with. If your chief is being found soliciting money from the community, he can pay 5,000 or being taken to a prison for not more than 3 months. Or he can also pay a fine of 10,000 or both. But remember, if you are going to a prison for 3 months, what will happen? That your seat will be announced vacant. And what will happen? Another chief will be nominated. Yeah. So that's what normally happens.
The other day, we saw the former Prime Minister launching his African Union Commission bid. Do you think he has the credentials?
You see, once you are in power, there are so many things that you can't ascribe to. And if you ever look at how ICC is actually functioning, once you are a president, they won't follow you. They won't follow your whatever you are doing. And remember again, what court is interested, what court doesn't interested on how you execute your. What court is interested is the process. See, the process is a very long time. It doesn't expire. It doesn't end. Execution, they will execute something, but now what are they interested in? It's now the process. Did you actually execute this within the prescribed court of government regulations?
Or the jurisdictions.
Or the jurisdictions.
Yes.
Those are the things that normally consider. They don't care how you actually do your business, but what they care is the process on how you execute your business. So as for now, I can't move. And this guy can't be investigated. You see, it's being called Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya. The head of what? Commander-in-Chief.
The armed forces.
And armed forces. But remember again, it's not above the law. But right now,
but you cannot prosecute him when
we
he's
can't
in power.
prosecute him when he is power. Because you see, once you prosecute the president and the president is being found guilty, you know what will happen? We'll go for another election. And who will bear this cost? It's the taxpayers. So it's better awache tu amalize, then we start now investigating, because it is very costly.
Yeah.